And welcome back to the Rockville campus of Montgomery College. Once again, Michael Brown alongside my partner, Sean Kobrin. We're all set for game 2 of our doubleheader, and Sean, it looks like another good one.
Oh yeah, PG County sitting on top of the Maryland JUCO standings, 12-2 overall. Right behind them, MC.
Well, and the MC season so far has been a bit of a roller coaster ride. They started out a perfect 5-0 in November. The calendar turned to December. They promptly lost 4 straight, but they stopped that losing streak against Union in the second game of their holiday tournament. And then that started a 4-game winning streak, which unfortunately came to an end last Saturday against Allegheny.
Right, but that Allegheny game was a battle. Down 14 early. William Chichoa had a double-double, led the team in points and rebounds, got the team back into the game and really made a battle of it. So it should be a good one tonight, both teams into form.
Well, Coach Wise told me that Chichoa is a handful for any team that the Raptors are going to face this year. And his numbers on both ends of the court show you that he is a force to be reckoned with on both ends. So we're excited to see what happens. We're just moments away from the tip-off. Stick with us. You're watching Raptors basketball on MCTV.
Is this NASA image fake? How are colors used to inform? And what is light really? She'll explain it and why it matters.
And welcome back, and we are underway. There's the tip, and the Raptors with the ball. We'll brief you quickly on the starters for the Raptors. Number 0, Christian Martin. Number 4, Jaden Rowe. Number 14, Marquise Trent. Number 22, William Chichoa. Number 24, Terrence Williams.
And coaches for MC are Jamal Wise as the interim head coach, assisted by Elliot Headley, Teddy Green, and a familiar face, Junior Blackman.
And for PG, the starters are number 1, Deontay Cook. Number 2, Elijah Crawford. Number 3, Reed Rebstock. Number 5, Devin Dowdy, and number 13, Anthony Perry.
Head coach for PG is Terrell Harris in his first season, and he's assisted by Kenneth Ford.
All right, so we are underway. No score, first half. Raptors in gray, Owls in dark blue, and there's a turnover.
And Michael, did we talk about that this is a rivalry game on a kickball on the first defensive possession? A couple of Owls players had to hold each other back just to not do anything chippy 30 seconds into the game.
Let me tell you, I've covered many PG MC games, and the intensity is always off the charts. It doesn't matter the records. It doesn't matter what time of season it is.
Good little battle up front by Devin Dowdle, guarded by Christian Martin. Dowdle tried to do a little bit too much, but they kept possession there. Here comes MC.
With the rebound, ahead to Williams. He missed it, but put back.
With that back.
With the putback. There's Christian Martin on Dowdy. From the corner, off the mark. Rebound to Rowe takes it all the way, blocked on the board by number 2, Elijah Crawford. There's a dunk by number 13, Anthony Perry. I think, Sean, it's fair to say the pace is going to be intense.
Yes, and we saw, so this is a small starting lineup for the Owls compared to who they have on the bench, but we've seen a couple guys who can really get up there already.
Yeah, they've got ups, as they say. Anthony Perry with the rebound. DeMatha product from the top of the key, no good. Rebound to Rowe.
I like the tempo that MC's playing with. Wings running up the sidelines, running their lanes in transition.
Nice mid-range jumper there by Jaden Rowe. He's a freshman out of Wooten High School.
And the Wings running those lanes in transition opens up that drive for Rowe. All of a sudden, we have there was a true 3-on-3. You have to guard the pass, you got to stop the ball. It opens up somebody for a quick shot.
Rebstock, Dowdy, back to Rebstock, the drive, blocked by Chichoa. And he draws the foul.
Rebstock gets that lane.
And over the back was Will Chichoa.
Yep. Got some ball, but when you reach through the player like that, when he's already got the step on you, easy call for the refs.
Chichoa, the leading scorer for the Raptors. Rebstock at the line. Rebstock is a sophomore out of Pasadena, Maryland, your hometown.
He's he's an alumnus of the high school that one of our statisticians will be going to in the future.
Not to give anything away about one of our statisticians' ages. He's a prodigy. The statistician, the young statistician, is a prodigy. But we do have an ace team of statisticians tonight. We've got Evan Brown and we've got Ben. 2 fouls already on PG in the early going.
Yeah, Michael, a couple of fouls on starters with Chichoa. Those are the things that get your blood pressure up as a coach. Take one early, and if you get that second one early, now you have to make decisions. Do you keep the guy in, tell him to play solid? Do you take him out and try to steal those minutes back where he would usually be in the game?
Well, Chichoa especially, he averages nearly a double-double. Had a double-double this past weekend in the loss against Allegheny.
So Jasir Tremble's the player who just subbed in for that, was making his presence felt, flying all over the court, getting that deflection. MC keeping the ball.
And down to the top of the key. And time expired on the shot clock.
Really good play design, just they needed a 32-second shot clock instead of the 30.
Terrence Williams is kicking himself for not taking that three-pointer from the top of the key. Deontay Cook. Oh, fell down. Here comes Chichoa with the dunk. Two-handed dunk by Chichoa. That always gets the crowd fired up. Good crowd tonight.
Oh, yeah, and there was no stopping Chichoa. As soon as that ball was loose, he saw the basket, and he was getting to it.
Yeah. Boy, the intensity in the early going. Now, both teams have pretty deep benches. The Raptors will play, they'll go 10, maybe even 11 deep on the bench.
Yeah, so you don't worry too much about foul trouble. You just want to be able to control those options as the coach. You don't want to have to be forced into an option.
Exactly.
Hey, I do like on that last bucket by Chichoa, Corey Wallace, our camera person, was ready to take that charge.
He was.
And Chichoa pulled up. He respected Corey on the baseline down there.
Well, he knows Corey's reputation.
Yeah. You don't want to come into his house too many times. You're going to pay.
Chichoa. And that was
And there's that second foul. Really good step in by Redstock.
and that was an ugly one. So the Raptors' top scorer with 2 early fouls, and I mean early.
Yeah.
We're not even 4 minutes into the game yet.
Just a decision that didn't have to be made by Chichoa there. Pretty obvious charge. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Defense was set. Get that ball kicked out and keep it moving.
And out he comes. And number 32, Philip Carter, in for Chichoa. Good-sized player, Carter.
Okay, he's usually the first guy off the bench. Big, strong guy. He can put it on the floor. And here he is handling against the press.
Repstock.
Yeah, I really like the tempo that both teams are playing with here. The Owls in the half court are getting a lot of really good play designs that wind up with a one-on-one drive to the basket. Lots of movement away from the ball that just clears the floor for someone to be able to dribble.
Chop in the corner.
And look at MC. As soon as that ball is rebounded or turned over,
Off they go. Jaden Rowe leading the parade there, number 4.
good job being solid by Rowe too. When you have your shoulders in front of the other player, it's hard to get that reach back steal. You have to go through the player and then you get the call.
He's come a long way with his game.
It takes great court sense to do that, though. You're going full speed, and can you angle your body to stay in front of that guy so he can't get the steal on you when you're trying to get north-south also.
Christian Martin just came out for the Raptors. And number 21, Matty Spin is in. 9-8, early going.
Matty Spin, a really active player on the floor. So we talked about PG's hype, but MC is the team that goes big early here.
Rowe inside to Spin, no good. PG on the run.
Nice hezzy.
Tremble, no good. Raptors with the rebound. Marcus Rogers inside to Spin, no good. The pace is relentless. Jasir Trimble fouled, and he'll be going to the line.
Let's take a look here. MC not happy with that, but definitely a little contact to the head there.
Yep, that was the call. Had to be, because otherwise he was unimpeded. And he makes the first. Prince George is up in the early going, 12-8.
I do like the pace that MC is pushing it, though. That relentless pace gets to a team after a while, and they're executing well. The Owls, to their credit, are making some plays down low. There was a couple forced shots by MC, trying to get the shot up a little bit too early, but guys are running their lanes. They're finding open players, just getting that ball in the basket, executing that last 2 feet from the hole.
Tremble with 8 points early. There's the bucket. Number 32, Philip Carter, gets on the board for the Raptors. Tremble with 8 early points to lead the way for Prince George's.
And Michael, what do I mean by running the lanes? Next time there's a loose ball rebound, watch, Montgomery College will send 2 players to each three-point line wide.
Tremble. Tremble with a 3. Spin. Fouled. And
that placement helps you break the press too. So MC just not running that time, but they have guys outside who know how to handle the ball, get decisive, take it to the hole.
Good look at number 21, Maddie Spin at the line. Born in Poland, born in Warsaw, Poland, but a graduate of Bethesda Chevy Chase High School.
Just a great example of what a diverse area of the world that we are in Montgomery County, and what a diverse school of MC, not just the athletes, but the entire student body.
Well over 150 countries represented in the student body and on the faculty. There's a block. That's going to be a goaltending.
That was awfully close.
Marcus Rogers did not agree with that. Let's take a look.
Let's see as it's coming. Oh, yeah, it's coming down.
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't quite as close when we slow it down. Great look by our guys.
Yeah, great look. Marcus Rogers into the game now. Gets it off to Cedric Afano, who's in for his first time.
Just talking about that depth of MC, they run the floor relentlessly. How those fresh legs help out.
Carter with the miss. Trumbull with the rebound, and here comes PG. Wide open look in the corner, bad pass.
Yeah, Anthony Simmons just into the game for PG. Got to the hole decisively, but then kind of ran out of options once he got to the baseline. Pitched that ball a little bit too hard, too far.
Jaden Rowe. Carter. Afano. Rebound. Here comes PG. Battle under the boards, and Carter with the rebound. To Rowe. Up to Spin. Little jumper, no good. Short-armed it.
Nice read by Spin. Couldn't get that ball in the hole.
And Prince George's actually walking the ball up the court. We might want to take a picture of this. DeJuan McMillan.
Michael, PG defensively doing a great job allowing their shot blockers to block shots. Speaking of great defensive job. Charge drawn right there by Philip Carter.
Another look. Carter with well positioned outside the circle.
So what I mean, Michael, PG has some shot blockers. They've had guys who've contested shots. So MC has gotten the ball into the lane, have gotten good shots, and then all of a sudden the guy is ready to jump and contest that shot. So a 1 foot, 2 foot shot that looked good just a millisecond ago is suddenly really difficult to put in the hole. That allows the guards on PG to do this pressing, to overextend, and they're hedging and blitzing the screens up top. So they're sending two guys at the ball sometimes because they know that the help is in the middle to help block that shot. Look at that, two guys on the ball.
Yep.
Third guy to get the rebound.
And here they come pushing up the floor. And there's a bucket by number 21, Andreas Mooten. He's just in the game. Getting his first action of the game.
Mooten doing a great job. He was one of those people who have come in. He's the one contesting the ball, letting the guys who can jump out of the gym help out and try to block that shot.
Another new face in for Prince George's, number 22, Ryan Wolfschnagel. Wolfschnagel, I should say. Marcus Rogers. Terrence Williams with the miss. Save there by Rogers. And the bucket.
And a nice read by Marcus Trent, who's just come on the floor. Those are the shots that Montgomery College is going to have to try to take and make. Ones that are 4 feet, 6 feet out, because like we talked about, those layups that look good they're not good all of a sudden. But look at all those PG bodies packed in by the basket. They're ready to contest, block the shot, and get those junk rebounds that sometimes teams, when they shoot a layup, the offense gets those junk rebounds. But PG is well positioned to contest at the rack and then get the ball back out and run it up the floor. And that's how they've gotten a few more points than Montgomery College. But those little 6-foot shots, those are the ones that are open. Or stop, get your feet set, draw the defense, and then get the layup.
Because right now the Raptors are not hitting from beyond the arc.
And they're not taking a lot.
No.
It's being well contested.
Right.
They're running a lot of the guards' bodies outside the three-point line, forcing those drives. So what's left open? It's that mid-range.
And, of course, there's a lot of talk in basketball about the demise of the mid-range game. But this is a place where it would really come in handy.
Michael, I think that those are the things that wax and wane. The three-point shot is always going to be really valuable, right? And that's a part of the game that won't go away. But I think we're getting away. We've seen it much more in the pro game, and I think it's starting to go to the college, that the available shots that people can make from 12, 16, 8 feet out, if they are getting those shots, take those shots, because we can see what PG is doing. They are set up to contest those shots that are 2 feet out, with the new axiom that everything around the restricted arc is the most valuable and three-pointers are the most valuable. So as a defense, you start to take that away.
And obviously they have scouted MC. They know MC's style of play, and MC's, at least in the early going, is they're wanting to go to the rack any chance they get.
Right, and these are still good shots. The point is that they are not, 90% shots because you got to the rim. All of a sudden, they're 50-50 shots because you got a body flying at you that could block it, that could redirect it.
At least one body.
Right.
So we're back to the action. Owls on top by 7.
Funny to say, the press look from FC did speed up the Owls into some quick decisions that they don't really need any impetus to be sped up either. Here's the drive here. And the block,
and
definitely got the hip there.
Yep. Yeah, threw the hip out there, Mooten.
And there was that mid-range drive, right? Mid-range doesn't mean you have to fire up. Get the ball into the lane and then make a play with it. Here's get the ball into the lane, take that shot that's more makeable. Didn't fall that time.
All right, Tremble, who's had a great first half so far with the basketball. To Mooten.
Tremble was an early sub, came off the bench, and I think he really changed the tempo. PG went from fast to faster.
Yeah, and he's been hot. Mooten, no good. And there's a foul underneath. It looks like they're calling it on number 24, Terrence Williams.
Listen, this is a lot of guy to contest with. 6'7", biggest guy on the floor. A lot of ball, though, but a lot of bodies flying around him.
Williams did not agree with that call.
I don't know if I do either, unless they're saying something down low that we didn't see quite as clearly.
Mooten misses the first. He's a 50% foul shooter. Let's see if he holds to form here.
And PG getting good minutes from him. He's a guy who scores 3 points a game, gets 3 rebounds a game, but he's really making his presence felt in this first half so far.
Looks like a very strong kid. Big guy. There's almost a steal there by Deontay Cook. Two of the best teams in Maryland JUCO going at it right now.
And you can tell that, the execution is very high on the offensive and defensive end. Players adjusting in real time at a very high speed, making it hard to make shots.
Christian Martin. Got to travel.
It's one of the few turnovers we've seen in this game that's an unforced error. That might be the first violation that we've seen.
I think you're right.
That just shows the high level of execution. There's been a couple steals, there's been blocks. That's going to happen in a fast-paced game. but both of these teams running as hard as they can. First time that they've just had something, that you might consider more a sloppy turnover.
Cook with the ball. There's the shot off the mark. Way up high for the rebound. Christian Martin. Nice pass inside. Ooh. So Philip Carter has it rejected.
Nice rotation by the Owls.
Another nice rebound there by Marcus Rogers. Ahead to Martin. In the corner. No, off the mark. Marquise Trent.
You know what's impressive too, Michael? These teams push the ball off the floor so well. What happens in that split second when you miss a shot, when you lose the ball? Do you hang your head, do you take a breath, or do you get back? Both teams getting back defensively really well.
Yeah, nobody's whining. Whether they're blocked or fouled or miss it or make it, they are getting back.
Second charge drawn by MC this half. Let's talk about the defensive rotation. Not as many shot blockers on MC, but great defensive rotation, willing to put your body on the line against someone flying at you.
Yeah, perfect position, and Cook draws the charge.
Defensive stop so big in this game. So MC countering with some height now. Alhaz Vidmar in the game. And if you're wondering who Alhaz is, he's the one who's really tall.
Great story about him. He's born in Slovenia and was actually recruited by Howard University. Howard's coach, Kenny Blakeney, knows Jamal Wise, the head coach of the Raptors. Said, hey, we got this guy. He's not going to play a lot for us this year. Would you like to have him? And so he transferred here, and he's getting quality minutes, working on his game, and he can do a lot of things out there.
Really good to see coaches working together. One of those things that's bigger than basketball. Of course, you'd love to have a player who's going to be part of your team in the future, practicing with your team. But what's good for his development? What's going to help the love of the game? Get some minutes.
Keep him in shape. He can work on his skills. He's got a lot of skills. He can handle the ball. He's a good passer. Straight A student.
Right. Well, I was going to say, by the way, you're going to go to a school with the prestige of Howard University. You better be a good student.
Yeah.
And what better junior college to go to as preparation than MC?
And he's in the computer field. Graduated from a computer and technical high school in Slovenia. I would pronounce the name of the town, but I'd probably botch it.
Well, instead, let's talk about Jaden Rowe at the line.
All right, we'll talk about Jaden because it's a lot easier. Missed that second foul shot. Raptors down by 7.
Free throw is going to be a big thing for Montgomery College. You can see not a lot of chances for field goals today. They got to convert those ones from the line.
Yeah, they will.
And a big shot by Elijah Crawford.
And there's another foul. So that's going to be the 9th team foul on Prince George's with 8 minutes to go in the first half.
Right. This is the last foul. This is the last foul in the single bonus. They're shooting 2 every other foul. So be solid with the ball. Look for some contact. Make PG have to stand around a little bit too.
Raptors shoot 67% from the foul line. Prince George is much better from the line at 81.
Right, and Rose, someone who's particularly struggled this season, but that's a big first half of the one-on-one. That's an empty possession if you can't convert that first one. At least they come away with 1 point, looking for 2 here. Hard to say things are clutch when we're 12 minutes into the game, but the way that the pace of this game is going, these free throws are going to be big. Pretty clutch right there.
I got a lane violation.
Unforced error there.
So that cost him a point as he made the shot.
Vidmar was on the line when the ball was tossed out, and then he got out to balance the defense.
So Prince George is back on the attack. 6 points for Rowe, by the way, after that foul shot.
It's interesting, the teams with different looks. So a lot of the starters back on the court for PG, which gives them a smaller lineup.
And Repstock. Repstock.
A lot more height going on for MC at this point.
Yeah, particularly with Vidmar in there for the Raptors. There he is with the ball. To Rowe. Trent. Rowe. Short. Owls on the run. Crawford. Anthony Bird, a new addition in there. Crawford with an impossible shot. He missed it. Here comes Trent. And he got it to go. Acrobatic.
Spinning down the court. A rare time where a shot blocker wasn't there. Trent took a reasonably easy make, made it tougher, but put it in.
Marquise Trent and Marcus Trent. Two Trents, they're twins.
That shows the influence that the bigs from PG have had on this game. That's the type of finish that you should expect to have to make around the rim. A rare open take.
Tremble back in for the Owls. Repstock. No good. Rowe all the way. No good. But that's going to be a foul. So that'll put the Raptors in the bonus.
Great hesitation by Rowe. Again, no shot blockers back, so this changes the dynamic a little bit. They can push the ball to into the hoop at this point in the game. Let's see if the Owls counter with one of their big guys to block shots again.
He makes his first. Jaden Rowe kind of struggles from the foul line, only 48% this season so far, but he made the first.
Right, and he made that front end of the one-on-one. He made the second one that was nullified by a violation.
Misses the second. And there's a steal by Martin. And a steal right back. Oh. Jaden Rowe.
Jaden Rowe making a one-man run.
And that is going to call for a timeout on the floor.
Look at this take here. Hustle and heart. Acrobatic. Getting it done.
So Jaden Rowe on a nice little run. Jaden Rowe on a nice little run here for the Raptors. He's got 9 points.
So basically half the points.
9 out of 20 points. 3 rebounds for the little guy, too.
Yeah, Rowe is putting it all on the line here in the first half, and you can see that he's willing MC to stay in this game. And it's great when a guy can carry the team for those stretches. So who else is going to step up at this point?
And keep in mind, he's a freshman. Good look at the Raptors bench. Could be past his bedtime. I know it's past mine.
Well, he doesn't have the pleasure of watching this game on YouTube. He doesn't have the commentary to go along with this game right now.
Taking a quick look at the stat sheets. Elijah Crawford for Prince George's with 4 blocks already.
Not only 4 blocks, but how many shots has he influenced? I was wondering if PG would counter with their big guys, not realizing that this is basically the starting lineup with Tremble being more or less a 6th starter, their 6th man. And he's athletic enough when he's set, he's going to be blocking shots, he's going to be influencing shots.
Raptors with a little bit of a press. Owls break it. Red Stock. Boy, they broke that fairly easily, and Red Stock with the emphatic finish.
That's one of those unfortunate levers. Hey, coming out of timeout, let's give him a press look. You need your guys to dig in when you're doing something that you don't normally do.
Good rebound in there by Chachua's back in.
Yep. So he's in with the 2 fouls. Curious that there wasn't a foul again. Jaden Rove definitely got hit in the arm on that jump shot.
So Chachua back in with despite the 2 fouls. So this is a bit of a gamble here. Last thing he or his coach wants is for him to pick up his 3rd here in the last 5 minutes of the first half.
Right. Good thought, though. You're down 6. You're in the middle of a run coming out of the timeout. Can you put your starter back in and push on that gas pedal?
Well, he gets the rebound. Rowe with the ball. Very impressed with Rowe.
As much as we talked about his heart, is very much under control, makes really good decisions with the ball. Is that shot blocking again?
Yep, Chachoa had his shot rejected there.
Nice defense by Rebstock here, undersized, but comes up with the block.
He's a very energetic player, Rebstock.
Communicating on the floor, getting everybody fired up.
From the corner, Martin short. Anthony Perry with the rebound. He drives, stops, shoots, and scores.
What a take.
And he's saying, where's the foul?
I'm wondering the same thing, Anthony.
Choa blocked again.
And that's 3 on him. So unfortunate for Coach Wise. He gets the timeout, tries to push a couple buckets. Let's give a press look. Let's get Chachoa back in the game. And just like that, PG puts on a 4-0 run, and now we're looking at a 10-point game.
So, and, maybe worst of all, Chachoa with 3 fouls now.
Right, so he's likely done for the half.
For sure. And he'll have to be very careful in the second half. Got a stray shoe on the floor.
It's like we talked about. Coach Wise is playing his guys anyway, right? But it limits his options. The bigger guys who might get fatigued a little bit early, they're all getting their minutes extended a little bit. What a battle by the rim.
Wow.
Marcus Rogers with a strong take. Elijah Crawford, a lot of ball, but I think he got him with the forearm. Let's check it out.
Take a look, yeah.
Good hustle play by both guys.
It is not.
Yeah, just got some ball, but then got the body on the follow through.
It's not for the meek down there today.
No, both guys putting it on the line. Really great battle by both players.
So Marcus Rogers at the line, and he makes the second one. He's a 75% foul shooter. Raptors pick it up at three-quarter court. But McMillan breaks it. See what the call is here. And the foul's going to be on the Raptors.
What a take, though, by Dewan McMillan. This is what we talked about that we were looking for MC to do, right? Can you get into the lane but then make a decision with it, right? They were ready to block a shot. But who's there? Your teammate Reed Rebstock, easy lay off for him, and then you're getting contact, you're getting to the line.
And he makes it. And he makes them both. 10-point lead now for the Owls. 3:27 to go in the half. Marcus Trent with the ball. Into Carter, back to Trent. There's the shot, no good. Rebound to Mooten.
I like the footwork and the quick release. Use your body to shield it off. Just couldn't get it in.
Tremble.
Oh, what a step back.
That was pretty.
Against the bigger guy. Talk about creating space.
Boy, that was pretty. And that extends the PG lead to 12.
Just the confidence that Tremble plays with.
Yeah, he really looks like nothing bothers him out there. He's a freshman.
Looks like this one's going to be on the floor, but we'll be shooting 1-on-1 free throws for Anthony Perry. Look at that. Pump fake. Get some space. I'm going to drain this. There is no doubt in his mind that was going in the basket.
Cool as a cucumber. Once again, he's a freshman out of Theodore Roosevelt High School in the district.
Michael, you know what's fun about watching players execute like that? Like the confidence, the swagger, but how many times do you think he's practiced that? Hundreds, right? That's a move that he's done on the playground, in his driveway, in the gym. You don't get that confidence unless you've done that a bunch of times against your buddy, against air.
Exactly.
That's the unseen part of the game that so many of these players have.
They play 12 months a year, these guys. And Perry makes them both. So it's a 14-point Owl lead. Raptors have got to watch out and not let this one slide away here at the end of the first half. Rowe. Carter, the big guy, hits the three. They needed that.
Absolutely a shot when they needed. Shooting 25% from three for the year, but that's a big one right there.
And the Mootens, he's just a big guy under there.
Yeah, Carter was fronting him. Maybe didn't get quite enough body on him, because if you're going to front a guy, you better be able to out-jump him, or you better be able to push him closer to out of bounds. So if he catches that ball, he's not in layup position. He's behind the rim.
Martin misses everything.
A little bit of a force there.
Just under 2 minutes to go in the first half.
But here's the difference. Martin's in the lane. Who's cutting to that low block? Who's cutting off the ball? Who's clapping for the ball? Who's spaced out? A little bit of a tough possession for MC, and it's not always the shooter's fault who makes that decision. Sometimes he doesn't see anything because no one's moving with him.
There's a turnover. And they're calling out an offensive foul.
Key stretch here, 13-point game. Can MC, with 2 or 3 possessions, can they score on both and get a stop? Can they get it back to single digits by halftime?
That has got to be the goal. And I think they'd feel pretty good about that going into the locker room if they could do that. So let's see what happens. Rowe with the basketball. Raptors in their half-court offense, which kind of rare.
It's good offense there, just couldn't get that ball in the basket. Got the ball moving side to side, got a reasonably open layup.
Trumbull, no good. Raptors come out of there with it, spin. Ahead to Rowe.
There's running that lane.
Oh, Carter fouled. Maybe mugged.
PG bench in disbelief, but I think this is a pretty easy one to call.
Oh, my goodness. Come on. Come on. While we got a second here with Carter at the line, don't go anywhere at halftime, folks. We've got part 2 of Raptors on the Road, the great documentary put together by MCTV that chronicles the Raptors volleyball team's trip to the national tournament. We've got part 2 coming up at halftime.
Michael, special time at any level to get to a national tournament, and it's truly a tournament of champions when you get to the NCAA or NJCAA. What a great experience for those athletes.
Boy, it really is. I made a lot of trips to nationals during my time here, and it's great for the kids. I mean, they love playing on a bigger stage. It's a great reward for all the hard work that they have put in for the months and months leading up to nationals. They have a lot of fun. Oh, deep 4 there by Jahari Simon. Boy, that hurt. And a steal under there really hurt.
Jahari Simon ran that cut really hard, got his feet set for that 3, and then, the steal right off the inbound play. So we talked about shrinking the margin.
It's going the other direction. This is not how the Raptors wanted this first half to end. 4 seconds to go. Carter misses. And that's the end of the first half. And the Raptors find themselves trailing 43-26 after the first 20 minutes of action. But again, don't go anywhere. Coming up in halftime, part 2 of Raptors on the Road, the excellent production by MCTV, and we'll be right back with that after this.
Look at me, take a picture, it'll last longer. The mirror on the wall say I'm getting stronger. Ayo, the mirror don't lie. Ayo, the mirror don't lie. Look at me, take a picture, it'll last longer. The mirror on the wall say I'm getting stronger. Ayo, the mirror don't lie. Ayo, the mirror don't lie. Look at me, take a picture, it'll last longer. The mirror on the wall say I'm getting stronger. Ayo, the mirror don't lie. If you want the truth, don't close your eyes.
Ready for game day number 2. We're really hyped.
We can definitely win this. We just do what we know how to do and play how we know how to play.
When you go to nationals, like, these teams are close. Like, these girls are not like separated in different groups. Like, they have drive, they have will, they have heart for the game, but they're also like very close in a family.
It's game day!
I think they're a goofy, fun-loving group. They like to have fun. Sometimes I question, like, how did I get here? How did I wind up with this group? I don't know, I think the experience is really important. Coming out here with your team, spending all these nights, it's just a really cool experience.
I think that on the court and off the court, lifting each other up at practice, when you see each other like around school, like having that team and like family bond is really important.
So we've had to help each other up after losses and then hype each other up when we win. We played 36-something games before coming here, so we're just very prepared for whatever it kind of threw at us.
For Illinois Central at Montgomery, our last consolation match in the 9th bracket.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Cedar Rapids, Iowa and the Alliant Energy Powerhouse.
Thayer serves it up, and away we go. Another point for Montgomery, 5-0. Schultz gonna swing away, block, man. 20-17, Montgomery.
The way we came out was probably
one of the best times I've ever seen my team play, and we were having so much fun and the energy was so good. Like, you just get so excited at the thought of like that we could do this, or just how much fun you're having and being around there, that we were literally getting tears in our eyes in like the first set of the game just because of how grateful we were.
That'll do it. Illinois Central defeats Montgomery.
When we came out and had the 5-0 lead, it was kind of like, I felt like the girls felt like, yeah, we're supposed to be here, we can compete.
Win or lose, we're a family, we're a team. We win together, we lose together. And that's what we tried like our best to do, is just kind of like make sure that every moment we have together, we spend it together.
After the game, when everyone's super upset and emotional and they start sharing their feelings about the season, you really realize how much, you know, your team has made an impact on you.
2-point swing and we're right there in the match, whereas last year, not so much in the match. So, you know, hopefully next year, years to come, we'll get back here and win some matches.
You're all together every single day from August to November, and hearing people say how much they love you and how much support goes around on a team makes this entire thing so special. So I'll always remember that.
Before you know it, the season's over, like it is for me, and like I'm done playing at MC. And I mean, I wish I could go back and say, oh, I wish I like spent more time doing this with them or that, because the bond is irreplaceable. I mean, you can replace a game with another game, winning, playing. I mean, just like the people you're around is like what really matters.
Raptors on 3! 1, 2, 3! Raptors!
Is this NASA image fake? How are colors used to inform? And what is light really? She'll explain it and why it matters.
I love the diversity at Montgomery College.
Do you live in a food desert or swamp? Do you know the difference? What they are might surprise you. She'll explain it and why it matters.
And welcome back to the Rockville campus of Montgomery College. Michael Brown alongside my partner, Sean Kobrin. We are at the half. The Raptors are trailing 43-26. And before we start talking about the first half, I do hope that everybody stuck around and enjoyed the Raptors on the Road mini doc that was put together by MCTV producer Daniel Swerk. Great job.
Awesome job. You know, the objective of any game and any tournament is to win, right? But only one team gets to do that, especially in the tournament. And the NJCAA tournament is a tournament of champions. And to chronicle that experience, the togetherness, and the memories that those athletes had, really cool to be able to watch and to commemorate their great season.
Absolutely, and they'll have this documentary for the rest of their lives. They can show their kids. So anyway, back to basketball. The Raptors had a rough first half.
They did, but a lot of that is because of what the PG Owls are doing. What an excellent first half that they played. 9 assists on their baskets, only 1 assist for Montgomery College. So we have one offense that is sharing the ball, that's moving it around, another one that's a little bit flummoxed. They don't know where the next pass is going, and like we talked about, they're being forced into those one-on-one matchups or drives to the basket that seem to be open but are being shut down by PG.
Well, and that's another outstanding stat from the first half. PG with 5 blocks to none for the Raptors. Frankly, you and I think there probably ought to be 2 or 3 more blocks added to that total for PG.
Yeah, Elijah Crawford, 4 blocks by himself, a couple that were called fouls. That there was a lot of ball, even though there was some contact. We talked about the extra guys doing stuff. Andreas Mouton with 6 rebounds, and Jasir Tremble, who we've just been so impressed with. There's one of his 2 threes. He's got 14 points.
And the bigs for Prince George's are really contributing, all of them.
Yeah. Here's Rowe, who's been the best player for MC. He had that hustle play, and then there's Rebstock, just one of many guys contributing. There was the shot at half to me.
Tremble.
Just so much confidence, such great execution.
And I keep coming back to the fact that he is a freshman. He looks like he's about 12. And and he is just as cool as a cucumber out there.
And that's what so impresses me. How many reps has he taken on his own time to be able to play that way, and how much determination does he have to be in great shape, because he comes out and defends real hard. We're talking about his offensive game, but he's a great defender in this game.
All right, so Prince George's starts the half with the possession, and let's see if we can pick out who's out there for him. Number 2, Elijah Crawford. Number 5, Devin Dowdy. Number 1, Deontay Cook. 13, Anthony Perry. And number 3, Reed Rebstock. Those are the second half starters for Prince George's. For the Raptors, number 4, Jaden Rowe. Number 22, William Chichua. 14, Marquise Trent. And who else am I missing? Number 0, Christian Martin.
So, Michael, we saw the replay over there, and good conversation by the officials. I thought that was quite an interesting call to call that block on the floor, where Chichoa was in the shooting motion, and there was a little bit of goaltending, and the ball still went into the basket.
Chichoa at the line.
So, Michael, one of the early plots was Chichoa's foul trouble, right? He was out most of the first half with 3 fouls, couldn't get into rhythm. But this is an example of when you have to substitute your guys. Philip Carter was playing that 4 for most of the first half. He's a good player. He's not as talented a shooter as Chichoa, so he was getting a lot of those shots in the mid-range, and he just wasn't hitting them. Those are shots Chichoa can make, as we saw in that first possession for MC this half.
Rowe blocked.
But more of the same. Shot blockers just lining up blocks.
Rebstock, no good. Rowe. Over to Trent, and he hits the 3. Marquise Trent. So the Raptors come out and cut into the lead. 43-26 at the half. So the Raptors have come out to a little 6-2 run here to start things out.
Looks like that is the aftermath of the confident shot from Marquise Trent. Coming out of the half, getting ready to catch and shoot. Those are those outside shots in rhythm that they have not been able to get. One of the things that we didn't get to talk about right at the top, Michael, is PG has been getting back defensively exquisitely. Montgomery College wants to run the ball. They want to get the ball to the wing and then dump it into the trailer in the middle or the post guy. When PG's back, they can't run that. But that time they got that wing pass for the quick three, and they converted for the 3 points.
Anthony Perry in for Prince George's already. There's a steal by Martin. His shot no good. Put back no good, but they're going to call goaltending.
I love the aggressiveness by PG, but they have to be careful. I'm surprised there wasn't a goaltend called on the first shot. Let's see if we can see it here. Crawford comes through and hits the backboard while the shot's going up. That's a goaltend right there.
Yep. And then
and then he punches it through the other way of the cylinder.
So you had 2 goaltendings on that one.
Yeah.
Potentially.
A couple times down the floor, we've seen Anthony Perry grab the rim while a shot is up there as well. It's something he has to be careful of.
Oh, PG with the ball. Cook. Crawford. Here comes Rowe. Missed the outside jumper.
Nice rebound. We talked about Jaden's Rowe Hart. That's another desire play, getting those 2 points. And what a difference. Instead of going back down the floor, down double digits, now it's a 9-point game with their team on a roll.
Over and back. That's the turnover. So the Raptors have cut the lead down to 9.
Look at this offensive rebound right here. Side rim. I'm going to get it before you 3 guys. Just convert that.
Wow, that is nothing but desire there and hustle.
And clever shot, right? You can't go at the rim at these guys. You're going to get your shot blocked. I like the substitution here for PG. Dowdy's out of the game. He's having a tough night so far because Christian Martin was eating his lunch the first few possessions.
Rowe short to Chua. And at the buzzer, Terrence Williams hits it. Now a 7-point game.
And we talked about only 1 assist at halftime. That's 2 assists for the Raptors so far this half. Sharing the ball, looking for each other.
And
Christian Martin has really been dug in defensively, and Coach Wise calming him down a little bit.
not sure what the call was there.
I think they got him on a little bit of reach, little reach, little push. When you're dug in defensively that hard, it's hard to maintain that without making some contact.
Number 11, DeJuan McMillan. From 3, puts the lead back up to 10. To Choa.
So PG has these guys who come off the bench and just make shots. That's 2 big threes from guys who haven't played a ton of minutes tonight.
Martin. Nice kick out. Martin, no good. Choa loses the handle, regains it. Off balance.
Choa lucky there. He definitely pushed off the defensive player.
He
did not get his 4th foul.
He did. Pushed him right in the chest. Pace is just as intense as the first half, folks. There's a reach-in foul on Marquise Trent.
So PG so far able to weather the storm, push the lead back out to 10.
McMillan. Jump shot off the mark.
Tough
Raptors
possession
with
for
the
PG.
ball. Williams with the rebound. Here comes Martin. Nice feed to Choa. He missed it.
That's one that he's got to convert.
PG on the run. No good.
Great pitch ahead there.
And Cho will go to the line.
Michael, Montgomery College loves to run, and they can recognize that. A blind pass out of the rebounds that got to the defensive three-point line, one pass ahead, and now all of a sudden we're 2-on-1, and now a player at the line with a chance to convert. Plus a chance for Chichoa to get even more of a rhythm. He's got the basket, got a couple of rebounds. Can you see that ball go in the basket a little bit more?
60% foul shooter on the season.
And all these opportunities precious for Chichoa because he draws that next foul anytime soon. That's a big decision for Coach Wise.
That's for sure. Got a lot of time left in the ball game. 8-point game. And again, Chichoa with the 3 personals in the first half. Well, this hasn't disappointed. We talked at the top of the game about this was going to be a heck of a matchup, and it's delivering.
Two teams really battling, getting up and down the floor with such great intensity, such great speed. And you can see that any possession that you take off defensively, the other team is making you pay. It was primarily PG in the first half. Montgomery really stepping on the pedal in the second half, pushing the tempo. They got that 3 in transition. They just got Chichoa's foul. So at least 5 transition points by pushing the ball harder so far.
Good look at the Raptors bench.
So you have to wonder when Jasir Tremble's going to come back in this game. He played most of the first half. He subbed early, and maybe that's more minutes than he's used to playing.
That's a very good point. And Mooten is on the bench too. The big guy that had such a strong first half.
And you can see he's deployed strategically because he's such a big guy, and he has to get up and down the floor with the same speed as guys much smaller than him. And he does it, but that's got to fatigue you a lot sooner at that size.
Yeah. And of course, he didn't start the game. He came in maybe midway through the first half.
Right.
8 minutes, 9 minutes in, something like that.
But what a value for the minutes that he's been in the game.
But frankly, I'm a little surprised that Trimble isn't in the game right now. And he's still not in the game. So hopefully he's healthy. He's sitting right next to the coach, so he's ready.
Now, we haven't seen a lot of DeJuan McMillan, and he was the one who subbed in as the primary guard to sub in the second half.
Shot missed. Chichoa with the rebound.
That little contest on the rebound helps PG get back, right? So now we're in a half-court offense. Can MC execute in the half-court set?
The shot from the corner is good for 3. Jaden Rowe cuts the lead to 5.
Jaden Rowe's a real problem tonight for PG.
And there's a steal, but it's a foul.
Confident shot. Hey, when the ball gets in that quarter, you got to be ready to score because bad things can happen if you hold it. But he was ready to launch, and he converts.
And it was a pretty one. Nothing but net. That's
nice,
definitely
nice play off the inbound by PG. Hey, that's a bonus when you can score off that side inbound play.
That was a very obvious goaltend by Marcus Rogers. Rowe beats the press. Out to Rogers behind the arc, and he sinks it.
Looks like they called an offensive foul, though.
Whoa, I missed that.
Well, here comes this man, Jasir Tremble.
Apparently it's a travel, what we're hearing. So that wipes 3 points off the board. And Cook with the bucket.
Crafty move. That's one of the new moves players are practicing frequently. And
there's a foul. Not sure who they call it on. I believe Anthony Simmons.
It's like a foul on that trap in the middle there.
Yeah.
On that last basket by Deontay Cook, what you see crafty players do a lot, it takes a lot of skill. You bring your off hands near your dribble hand, so it looks like you're going to raise up for a quick shot. It makes the player contest on you, then you can back them off with another dribble.
Chua. And Marcus Rogers. 7-point game.
Another whistle here. Looks like he was fouled on the shot. We got a tee.
Technical on somebody on Prince George's, and that'll put Marcus Rogers on the line. He's a 75% foul shooter for the Raptors. Not sure who picked up the tee.
So that point gets the Raptors down 6. So tale of two halves so far. In the first half, MC forcing the ball into shot blockers, not willing to take open jump shots. And some of those jump shots that they were getting, they just were not hitting. Ice cold. This half, getting a little bit hot, making some of those shots, taking them decisively. It's going in the basket.
Chachua just went to the bench, not to interrupt, but to interrupt.
But good job by Coach Wise. You get good minutes from him, sit him down a little bit, and then if you can hold this to about this score, get him back in with about 9 minutes left. Now he's got 2 fouls he can give with about 9 minutes left. You're in a pretty good spot at that point.
Yeah. He did a good job of staying out of further foul trouble, and he contributed quite a bit. And here's Carter, who had a good first half.
Too many steps.
I'm sorry, that was Williams. Carter is back in there for Chachua.
But this gives Coach Wise his regular rotation, right? The big guys who come off the bench who are used to playing a certain number of minutes each half, they're on schedule now. They can give full effort.
And Desir Trimble, I see, is back in for Prince George's.
Elijah Crawford going bank, Michael. That's one of those unfortunate situations in a game. When you hit that, you're smiling about it. You know that wasn't really meant to go in. Let's take a look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a little pop-a shot. Look, he knows. But you know what? You still get 3 points.
Hey, it counts.
Right. As a team, it's one of those are those ugly plays that are game changers, because as a team that scored, you got away with one, got a bad shot that went in for 3 points. Raptors are sitting there shaking their heads. Now they're down double digits again based on a bank 3. Or sorry, down 9.
3.
From a 6-point game with the ball to a 9-point game with the ball. Now you got to get that basket back to stay within that same range.
Well, I'm impressed with the way they've come out and played here in the second half. I think tells you a lot about the team. I'm sure halftime was interesting.
Sure.
And they obviously came out with a plan, and they're carrying it out. Chachua is back in, by the way.
All right.
Interesting.
So game was 43-26 at halftime. Here we are, 55-46. So the Raptors are winning this half by 7 points. They're on schedule to keep chipping away. If they can keep chipping away at this pace, they don't have to get all 9 points in one possession. Just keep outscoring them by a basket or 2 every few minutes.
So he's got Carter and Chachua in there both. There's a 3, no good. Chachua hits the deck, no call. He wanted to shoot that.
Good decision, though. Oh, looks like a couple steps there.
A lot of contact, no call. Here come the Raptors on the run. Rowe. And Marcus Rogers was fouled. He's going to go to the line.
Let's look at this take. Already on the move. That's how you beat a shot blocker. You try to flush it down.
Yep. Well, Almost took his arm off. Misses the first.
Marcus Rogers, one of the stronger free throw shooters on the team.
He is. He makes a second. Neither team approaching foul trouble at the moment. Both teams with 4.
I'm really enjoying the way that the referees are officiating this game. Even on that last call, they were waiting. They knew there was a little bit of contact, but they're allowing a little bit of contact around the rim on both sides.
Yeah, I've seen games here where it's ticky-tack city, and we're definitely not seeing that tonight.
And we're in for an enjoyable one. We're seeing shot blockers be able to contest, be able to block shots. And if there's an advantage gain, like right there with the trip, they're calling the foul when they have to.
And Rowe hit the floor hard. And that's the 5th team foul now for the Owls.
Something tells me it's going to take a lot more than that to make Rowe come out of a game.
Oh, I think you're 100% right. I'm impressed with him. Great move. Marcus Trent. Nice little up and dippity-do there. Nice job.
Right, creativity around the rim. That's what MC is doing. They're not just trying. Either they're going to dunk hard like we saw in the last possession, or you got to get that shot up creatively, or it's getting blocked.
Lead down to 6. Shot. Oh, late call. Late foul call.
But Michael, I think that's what I'm talking about. The referees are making sure, is this really impacting the game? There was absolutely contact on the shot, but once he couldn't land there and was knocked over, that's a call you kind of have to make.
All right, so that puts Deontay Cook on the line, and we were talking about Mooten, and he is now in the game for Prince George's. Rebstock coming back in. Anthony Simmons taking a seat.
So you got 3 excellent energy guys for PG between Tremble, Rebstock, and Mooten. And that's certainly something that's needed right now.
And Jahari Simon just came back in too. He's another energy guy.
Well, Simon was what we talked about, guys who aren't playing a ton of minutes and hit a big shot. Simon came in the game, ran hard off a cut, and promptly hit a 3 in the first half. It was a huge basket.
Rowe takes the jumper and makes it. Lead at 6.
Yeah, that's one of those possessions where you're thinking, man, my guy's trying to do too much, and then he puts it in the basket, and you say, all right, good job, clap it up. Let's go down the court. Let's get a stop.
Chachua with the big rebound. Here comes the Raptors. Trent, short. And off Mooten. Boy, that was a gift by Prince George's.
Yep, just couldn't collect his feet in bounds. Try as he might. But he had to pick that up because I think that shot was partially blocked.
Ten rebounds for Chachua in limited time.
He's really making his presence felt. And even better if he can play solid and stay out of foul trouble. Then he's buying minutes while he's also on the floor.
Yeah, he's not just buying minutes now. He's contributing big time.
Absolutely.
There's Tremble. And they're going to call a charge on him.
Well, a really, really great sell by Philip Carter.
That may, well, you know, the Academy Awards are coming up.
I mean, there's contact. He's outside the restricted area. It's not necessarily the wrong call.
No.
But
I'm looking at the size difference. Maybe that's what's shading my opinion here. Martin knocked to the floor.
Another shot by blocked by Rebstock. Crafty with his shot blocking. He's part of that cadre of Owls defenders who just can gather under the rim.
Ooh.
What a take.
Boy, it looked to me like he took an extra step or so, but no call. As a matter of fact, the call goes against the Raptors.
It's a little bit curious how he had that clear path to the hole. That was about the easiest possession that I've seen all night.
And he makes it. Back to a 9-point lead now. 10 minutes to go in the game.
DeJuan McMillan really being a difference maker in this half. Guy who comes off the bench. Devin Dowdy, the starting point guard, just having a tough time tonight. Not his night. In comes McMillan and steadies the team. In addition, big bucket, big three-point play.
Carter with the mid-range jumper.
These are shots we didn't see Carter making in the first half. That's big if he can see that go in the basket a couple times.
Rowe on Simon. That was a battle. I'm sorry, McMillan.
That's 2 drives by McMillan. But twice a one-on-one battle. Let's take a look here. Here's
Carter.
Last basket by Carter. Good confident shot.
Yep.
So McMillan on 2 possessions in a row has had 2 drives to the basket where he's gotten fouled 2 times. I'm just wondering where the help defense is. There's big guys for MC on the floor. When you get a guard driving from outside the three-point line all the way straight to the basket, there's got to be somebody else who comes and helps that not be an easy score.
Somebody's got to help out. Back up to a 9-point lead. There's Rowe. Has Rowe sat down during this game? I don't believe so. I don't think he's been out.
I don't think so. And why would you sit him? He's playing just as hard.
Yeah.
Look, another offensive rebound. Little miscue right there. But man, he's had the ball in his hands a lot. That's the first time he's fumbled it. So McMillan sits down after two straight drives and getting points. And you think, oh, we can relax. But no, here's Jasir Tremble.
There's Tremble. Rebstock has it knocked away and a foul called. Looks like it's going to be on Rowe.
Hey, simple basketball now. Just get the guard driving to the hole. This time, Philip Carter helps, and he has to recover. Can't recover quite fast enough.
That was on Carter. That puts Rebstock on the line. He's an 80% foul shooter.
And that was a 1-and-1. Montgomery College already 8 fouls in this half with 9 minutes to play. So when you're trying to come back in the game, tough spot to be in.
That makes it tough. And of course, 2 more, then you're in the double bonus. And still a lot of time left. 9 minutes. And they pushed the lead to double figures again. There's Rowe. Trimble on him. Blocked by Rebstock again. Battle under the boards. Another foul. All of a sudden, the fouls are coming fast and furious. That's the 9th team foul.
And PG's just getting quicker to the ball. So, initial handle, guy's not quite jumping, then reacting a little bit late.
Yep, with a
you
grab.
Can contest with your hands up, make that a tough shot to hit.
Anthony Perry with the makes the first of two. Perry went to DeMatha High School. Of course, everybody in this area knows their reputation.
Absolutely. And you can see just about everything he does really solid.
Carter barrels his way in there. Rebstock with another block, but this time he picks up a foul.
A lot of willpower by Carter there.
This is quite a battle under the boards here.
Gets to the hole, puts up a competitive shot,
grabs
gets it back. And got a little hand on that block.
Yep. Rebstock, of course, did not agree. You need these foul shots as...
Listen, Michael, if I could jump out the gym like half of this PG team could, I would want everybody to praise my block shots the whole time too. Like I'm over his head. How could I have fouled him?
Yeah.
That's all ball.
Timeout on the floor. Raptors trailing by 11. And I do want to let everybody know that we've got more Raptors basketball for you coming up in February on MCTV. On Wednesday, February the 8th, the Raptors will host the Dragons from Howard Community College for another women's and men's doubleheader. Our coverage will start at 5:30, and this is another rivalry game for the Raptors.
Yeah, I think it'll be an enjoyable matchup, Michael, and folks who have been paying attention to this whole broadcast, you saw there's only one team separating these two teams in the standings, and that's Howard, nestled right in between them. So we should have a matchup of the same quality that we're seeing tonight, and I can't wait. But let's see how this one goes. We got a lot of basketball here still.
Oh, we got a lot to play. So another rivalry game coming up on February the 8th.
All right, guard drive to the hole. Ooh.
Blocked. Ooh, somebody hit the floor hard. Sounded like his head hit the floor. That's Jaden Rowe. Hopefully he's all right.
Rowe was in position for that rebound and just got knocked over. So here's the help with the contest.
Ooh.
And Crawford just went through him for that rebound. So Montgomery College in the one-on-one situation now. 18 fouls on PG.
So Tremble for PG is back out of the game. And this time when he came out, Sean, he was limping a little bit. So.
Unfortunate. He's being worked on at the end of the bench with the trainer.
Looks like an ankle. So Jaden Rowe on the line.
One of those parts of the game that's unfortunate, and then you wonder, will MC be able to counter?
Rowe makes them both. Raptors with full court pressure. And PG breaks it pretty easily. Nice long pass there. But he stepped on the end line.
One of those presses that put you in a hurry. So I don't believe anyone on the floor for PG is a natural point guard, or no one who's played the point for them yet. Obviously 5 guys who can handle the ball all right. Let's see, do his feet get out of bounds? Looks like the ball hit out of bounds. So tiptoed it right, just had an unfortunate bounce.
Tachua back in there. Nice move in the low post.
Pretty take.
7-point game. A lot of time left. And they call that a double dribble. So a violation.
Oh, that actually looks like a moving screen on Rebstock.
Ah.
So Repstock's going to sit. Now you get a point guard in the game with DeJuan McMillan coming back in. PG definitely needed that ball handling, and they get a guy back in there who did a great job before he sat back down.
Good pressure there by the PG. Chachua forced it up there. There's a foul call. And Chachua will go back to the line.
Looks like this was on the rebound because the contest for the shot was pretty good. Good patience by Chachua.
Yeah, they
gets it up there. And then a little contact on the rebound.
And he makes the first.
Here we are, Michael, back down to 6 points, chance for 5.
And all of a sudden, PG is in the double bonus with their 10th team foul. So the Raptors will be shooting 2 now. And Chachua, who was had a very quiet first half with the foul trouble, has come on strong in the second. He's got 10 points and 10 rebounds.
He's definitely making his presence felt. A double-double in basically one half of basketball right now.
Yep.
Good hustle by PG. Looks like Jasir Tremble's really trying to test out the ankle that was bothering him. I feel like he's lobbying to try to get back in this game. He understands the impact that he's having on this game and the situation that his team is in right now.
Yeah, the lead is down to 5. It is a 2-possession game now. And this is the closest the Raptors have been since the first half.
Yeah, Chachua can tiptoe those angles as a big guy. It didn't look like the baseline was open for the reverse layup. Didn't get the finish there, but what a move.
A little bit of foul trouble for Prince George's Repstock with 4. That's why he sat down. Crawford, Mooten, and Ryan with 3.
They've been ultra physical this game. But Coach Harris is definitely going to have to do some calculations in late game here.
Big possession here for the Raptors. They're all big from this point on. Martin, no good.
Missed opportunity there. Chachua had a small guy on him. Keep feeding the big man when he's getting a hot hand and has a favorable matchup.
He's definitely had the hot hand here in the second half. And that's a big bucket there by Elijah Crawford.
It's tremendous effort there. Contesting it from a bigger guy. Just get that floater over top of him. PG really grinding here. MC's got the better of it. Can they just get some clutch buckets down the stretch? That's one of them. So, Michael, PG had a couple really good possessions with DeJuan McMillan, basically playing one-on-one, got fouled, got a basket. Then he sat down, his regular rotation out. They haven't had much since then.
No, they've gone I don't have a time on it, but they've gone a while without a field goal. They've made some foul shots.
But now we have McMillan back in, and Tremble is back in.
And, yeah, Tremble is back in. Let's see how he's moving. He's on his toes, so he must be fine.
Christian Martin in the game, he really sparked the start of the second half with that outstanding defense on all of the PG guards. Can he give them that defensive spark against players who are a little bit more skilled?
Carter missed it. Comes PG on the run. Raptors got back. And timeout. No, a jump ball.
And there's Christian Martin making that defensive presence felt. Who's the first guy down the court. Ball comes low. He grabs it, gets the tie up.
The Owls tried to call a timeout before the jump ball was called, but they didn't get it.
I think the tied possession was already happening.
So Raptors with the ball. 7-point game. 5 minutes to go. Into Chachua. With 3 guys on him. Gets knocked down, no call. Owls on the run.
Good defense
McMillan,
there.
Tremble. Floater, no, it's short. Here come the Raptors. Nice pass. Beautiful pass from Christian Martin to Jaden Rowe.
Who's the man on the finish? The guy with all heart, Jaden Rowe.
5-point game. Just over 4 minutes to play. Shot from the corner. Oh, that's big. That's big.
And we haven't.
Jasir Tremble.
We didn't see Tremble do anything like that, but then he pulls out the corner 3.
6 blocks for Crawford, by the way.
And that only shows part of his presence down there. What a
and
take.
that time he gets it in.
Just a little bit of bully ball. Looks like Giannis when he's has a smaller guy on him. Loose ball foul here, so. Oh, and that's going to do it for Christian Martin.
And Christian Martin fouls out. That's a big loss for the Raptors.
You know, we were tracking Chachoa's foul so much. That was a subplot that we missed in this game. Martin, such a strong defender, and picks up 190 feet from the basket.
And McMillan makes the first. Christian Martin very frustrated over there on the sidelines.
That's such a big what if as we get down the stretch.
Under 4 minutes to go. Raptors, correct me if I'm wrong, Sean, have never led.
No, they have not.
And he makes them both.
Martin fouling out on the one end. Your best defender, really good three-point shooter as threes become more part of the game. How does MC respond?
Ooh, almost a travel. Ochoa, little turnaround. Ooh,
everything but the finish. Pretty move.
That was gorgeous. That was halfway in.
Now time and score. Is PG going to take their time on this possession?
I doubt it. Rowe. So impressed with this kid. From behind the arc, no good. Oh, great follow-up there by Trent. I'm sorry, Terrence Williams.
Great hustle play by Williams. Sees this miss from outside, times it up perfectly.
Oh.
The only thing you wish is he got that a little higher off the glass, and he's shooting one shot here instead of 2. Still 2 big free throws for MC.
And he's a 50% foul shooter. He makes the first. 7-point game, just over 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, Williams is still finding his place on the team with floor time. He's a transfer, and there's always those weird logistics that happen. So he hasn't played a lot of minutes on the floor for MC, even though he's been on the team the whole season. But you saw he started today, getting some good minutes for the team, and it's going to be a boon as they gel with their chemistry.
Yeah, he's really going to help him here in the second half of the season. Makes both foul shots, cuts it to 6. We'll take a good look inside the The Raptors huddle there. Coach Jamal Wise.
So MC's pressed a lot of this half with okay results because they've had but 1 or 2 steals, and I think PG's countered with 1 or 2 easy baskets. So it's kind of a draw there, right? The biggest thing is, what do you do guarding PG's point guard? It's going to be an isolation or a screen and roll, because that's been their most effective offense. They can milk some clock, and they can have their point guard get to the rack. So are they going to blitz it with 2 players and force the ball out of his hand? Are they going to be anticipating help? How are they going to choose to defend this? Looks like they're starting with the press look.
And they got the press going again. PG handled it well earlier.
And all 5 players on one side of the floor, so watch one player going long.
Yeah, there goes Repstock. No.
Here's 2 players doubling the ball. Trap on the sideline, but the
Repstock,
open guy.
He thought about the 3. And knocked out of bounds by the Raptors.
So another stalemate there. Open shot, passed on. Got your under out of bounds now, though.
Is he thinking clock there? Is that why he's not shooting? Or is he
I think so.
Or is he thinking this is not my shot?
Seems like a pretty confident player. I'm thinking it's more a clock situation because he had the open drive to the basket, too.
And he shoots 30% from 3, so he's not unfamiliar with it. There he is down low. Another putback to Chua with the rebound.
Good
pushing
try
it
to get the extra one.
To Williams. No, has it blocked. But there is Marcus Trent with the putback. And this is the closest the Raptors have been since early in the first half.
Absolutely.
4-point game.
All right, so here's what PG wants. Point guard at the top. You have 2 options here between
Trimble.
McMillan and Trimble.
He puts up the jumper and sinks it.
There's just no answer for those 2 players this half. When they need a basket, both of those guys have really produced.
Well, Trimble came in as their leading scorer, so he's not like this is out of character for him.
No, not a big surprise.
He's also a 48% shooter from the field.
And taking shots like that.
Yeah, which is pretty darn good. He's also an 88% foul shooter. So, and shoots 33% from 3. He's done better than that tonight.
Yeah, 2 for 2 from out there.
Marquise Trent makes the first. Got to make these foul shots. You'll get 2 every time you go to the line. Both teams are in that situation now.
And the make sets up the press, since that's what MC wants to do right now.
There's Trimble again. Missed it this time. Raptors with the rebound.
Time and score, Michael.
They need a bucket right here. Kachua. Oh, traveling violation.
Little bit of happy feet there.
Yep, little bit anxious. That was a big turnover.
I mean, sometimes you take what you can take with a player, right, Michael? The Trimble didn't need to shoot that 3. There were 25 seconds on the shot clock, but he's the type of player who's ready to call game with that make also.
And it's the same with Chichoa there. I mean, that's the guy you want to have the ball in his hands.
Absolutely. So it looks like the Raptors went for the foul here. McMillan, a good free throw shooter, 76%.
Makes the first one.
He and Reed Rebstock are the guys you do not want on the line down the stretch. Both guys around 75, 80%. Like we talked about Trimble, you definitely don't want to foul him. He's 89% shooter.
Yeah, and
not a lot of options if you get into
that's his
fouling
first miss from the line tonight.
Michael, I was working hard on that announcer jinx right there.
Oh, my goodness. A
Marcus
three
Rogers
from way downtown. Marcus Rogers. 2-point game. 2-point game. Minute 12 to go. Marcus Rogers with a deep three.
Michael, I think that evens it up for the banked three. This is one that didn't have a lot of business going in, but what a gutsy shot. My team needs this. They gave me space.
He's barely in bounds.
Let's let it fly.
He had to tiptoe himself to avoid going out of bounds. But that puts McMillan back on the line, and he has only missed one tonight. He's 8 of 9.
Like I said, not a lot of options for Pat Fallon PG. A lot of good free throw
Oh, he
shooters.
missed his second one again. That's 2 times in a row now that he has missed the back end of the penalty. Oh, big block. No call. Tremble, block.
Oh, contact on both ends, Michael. Both
Here
guys could
comes
be going to
Rowe.
the line, but we're playing basketball. Open three. Oh.
Oh! Marquise Trent is fouled, and he made the three.
What a sequence, Michael.
Oh! Oh, my goodness. He was fouled as he made the three.
Michael, on one side of the floor, a contested shot probably should have resulted in a foul. PG comes right back down the floor. Tremble got mugged, no foul there. And all of a sudden, an and one from three.
And we are tied.
With under a minute left. MC with their chance to take their first lead of the game. Marquise Trent.
And he is the one who blocked Tremble on the last time down.
So the hustle to get down, regardless of the contact, because I think that was pretty even on both sides. Two really physical block shots on either side. But then to run down the lane like we talked about at the beginning of the game, the discipline.
There's Rowe.
All
Oh,
game,
boy.
this is what they wanted. They wanted to run their guards down the lane. You sink to the level of the ball. You get a kick-out shot, and you make that three.
And that was not a foul. That was like a body block.
Yes.
There's no question about that one.
That's just a tired player with all-out desire there.
Yeah, yeah.
But what a shot. What concentration to make that with someone flying at you, regardless of the contact.
Our first tie since we were at 0-0. Raptors trailed by 17 at the half. What a heart this team has. I'll tell you. Very impressive.
What a way to chip away at it. Punching and counter-punching. The Owls made 3 runs this half, and MC just kept chipping away.
There's the shot. No good. Chachua with the rebound. I called something underneath.
There's a loose ball foul on Terrence Williams.
He does not like it.
You know, late game situation. Referees are watching what's happening on the line. And Williams had a forearm shove of Crawford, who fumbled the ball.
So that will put number 2, Elijah Cook, on the line. I'm sorry, Elijah Crawford.
So this is one of their rare shooters who's under 70%. He's a 65% shooter.
He missed the first. He gets a second.
So substitutions here. I'm supposing Jasir Tremble's in foul trouble because he just came out of the game. That's got to be a defense offense. And what a spot for Devin Dowdy, who's barely played today. Starting point guard, had a tough night. What can he do defensively?
Oh, but he got the rebound. Dowdy. Raptors come out of there with it. Here's Rowe. Williams, in and out, no good. .28 seconds to go.
So PG's going to be able to have the last shot, Michael. Only 1 second difference in shot and game clock.
And the Owls call a timeout.
I'm sure that's what Coach Terrell Harris wants to say. We can get one shot, let's take it. It's a tie game. You know, traditionally, if you're the road team, you want to try to go for the win and not get overtime. But that's, you know, that's when we're talking about taking a flight home and having to play in a couple days, right? You're just driving back down the road to PG. So you can definitely take all the time off the clock that you want, get yourself a good shot. And I would certainly have Tremble back in the game. I would want the ball in his hands or DeJuan McMillan with one of those one-on-one opportunities with about 6 seconds left on the clock.
Yep. And worst comes to worst, they go to the line, and they're both excellent foul shooters.
What a spot for Devin Dowdy, who almost made the play of the game. We talked about him just coming into the game. What is he going to do? He had that offensive rebound, just missed that putback. All kinds of players on both sides making the most of their minutes tonight. They come in for one play. They try to make a play.
That was a huge play by Dowdy.
Such great team effort by both teams.
But what a comeback by the Raptors here in the second half. Again, they trailed by 17 at the break. They have not led the entire game. But
oh, sorry, Michael.
We are knotted at 77.
You have MC's best defensive lineup out there, which would include Christian Martin if he had not fouled out. So where does that play in?
That was
He'd be guarding one of the guards.
Here we go. They inbound it to the backcourt.
There's McMillan.
And Trumbull are both out there.
Running some guys off the ball so you can get it back to Tremble or McMillan. But great denial of the ball.
That's a big bucket.
What a take by Anthony Simmons.
Yeah. And that's another guy who we've hardly mentioned tonight.
No.
And he hits the go-ahead bucket with 3 seconds to go.
Michael, I have an honest question. When did Anthony Simmons last play in this game?
That is a very good question.
He's the guy. He's the guy who is holding the ball so you could get it back to Tremble or to McMillan. The Raptors did a great job denying the ball to those players. So what does Simmons do? He goes and gets himself a bucket. Unbelievable.
What a game, folks. What a game.
So now Raptors have the ball in the front court with 3 seconds left. They need a basket.
They need a basket. They don't need a three, but that's probably what they're going to end up getting.
So you'd think they'd run some action to try to get Chichoa in a switch with the guard, get it to the block, and let him do work. Not an easy pass to make when they're inbounding from around where we're sitting, right at midcourt.
Right. Yeah, they're going to be inbounding right in front of us, it looks like.
Right. With 3 seconds, there's enough time to make a pass and then make an entry pass to him, but you want to make sure that the player that is getting the initial pass is ready to shoot the ball as well.
Well, here we go. 3 seconds on the clock. Jaden Rowe is going to inbound it for the Raptors. Chichoa's in there. Williams is in there. Marquise Trent is in there. Oh, and that is the ball game. Good defense there by Prince George's at the end, denying the ball, and they had to go backcourt, and it got knocked away.
Michael, I would have loved to see a last-second shot, always more dramatic, but so fitting in a game where baskets were really hard to come by for a while, that hard defense, denying a pass, is what wins you the game.
A coach has got to love that. So the Raptors fall 79-77, a great effort. Again, we can't talk about it enough. What an effort they made. They were down by 17 at the half, and they just kept chipping away, refusing to quit. The intensity of this game was something else.
And Michael, it's easy for us to sit here and say, well, here's what MC should do differently. They kind of went out and did that. And PG knew how they would adjust. That was simple basketball. Take open shots, fight harder for rebounds, get up and down the court. And they increased the speed, they increased the execution, and they played better for a whole half outside of that very last possession. But
that was
what a
one
comeback.
of their, I hate to use the word worst, but it was one of their worst possessions of the half.
It really was. Great execution, and sometimes when they needed a shot, on poor execution, they got a shot. 2 huge threes down the stretch. The N1 3.
I'll tell you, with the win, PG now increases their record to 13-2. The Raptors now sitting at 9-6 for the season. But what a game they gave us here tonight. Both teams just really played well, and it's one of those games you really, it's a cliche, but you really hate to see somebody have to lose this game,
Absolutely. These are those battles that you, as a coach, as a player, as us, you come to watch, right? The result is the result. One basket here or there changes that. But what a battle tonight. I will take that any night, and I think every player and coach here would, regardless of the result.
Yeah, there's nobody out there that played in this game tonight that should be hanging their head.
Yeah, great shout out to the Heart, to the little contributors that just came in for a couple minutes on PG, and the guys on Montgomery College who really rebounded, played their game, and really showed what they can do in the second half.
Chachua picks up 3 fouls in the first half, and then he leads the team in the second half, has a double-double in the second half. So
yeah.
Great effort by both teams. Wonderful night of basketball here. I don't know about you, Sean, but I'm ready for another one, and we've got another one coming up on February 8th when the Raptors will take on the Howard Dragons in a doubleheader.
Hard to top this one, but I think they're going to put on a show.
I'll tell you, we want to. So for Sean Kobrin, our statisticians Evan Brown and Ben Kobrin, and the wonderful, amazing MCT production crew, thanks so much for watching Raptors basketball on MCTV.